Hi, greetings to my loved ones. Boy, I wonder what that is, because I love all of you. You know that. I tell you that every time I do one of these, don't I? But let me tell you a special person that I love and wanted to share with you a little wisdom on her part. My sister, Gail. So Gail and I were chatting earlier, and I said to Gail, by the way, Gail's a very wise woman, very wise. We have great interactions. Gail she has a strong history of helping, healing, and educating the most challenged individuals you can imagine. She used to tell me things. And I said, ooh, at least as a hypnotist, I deal with the person. Hi, Larry, how you doing? I'm going to quit smoking. Well, Gail dealt with things a little stronger than that. But anyway, so Gail and I were talking, and I says, Gail, I'm tempted to think of a topic to put together for my 5 minutes. And so Gail didn't say to me, here's a topic, here's what you need to do, here's what you need to say. She just wrote back a few words to me saying, emotional depth is granted by our very many in-depth emotional journeys of life. Wow. Hear that again. Emotional depth is granted by our very many in-depth emotional journeys of life. I said, oh, can I use that, Gail? She didn't say yes or no. She just sent me another love note. And you know, we are all going through this process. I don't care if you're 20 years old watching me or you're 100 years old. Time is valuable. And we're using it up. Yeah, we are. We're using up time. So let's use it up by feeling good. And let me share with you what I think emotional depth means of the in-depth emotions we have had through life. So we were all born the same ways. You know that? We were born with no clothes on. We were probably born crying. And we were born with no preconceived ideas of who we were, what we're all about, and what we should do in life. We weren't born like that. We didn't have that kind of energy. Mm-mm. We had an energy that says, hey, I've got it all. Well, how did we lose that along the way? It's through those emotional, in-depth journeys of life. Yeah. I observe mine. I do. I study me a lot. Not obsessively. I don't say, oh, look at that. No, I'm not. As I'm going along through life, like the gauges on your car. You know, we used to say the little red idiot lights. Like the gauges or the lights on your car says, check engine. Well, check the engine. That doesn't take a brain surgeon. Check the engine. Well, we have those little red lights and those gauges. We just ignore them. I venture to say that most of us don't know ourselves. And that's powerful. So as I say, they don't know themselves. They just mean, you know, why are you smoking that cigarette? Well, I'm addicted to it. It's a bad habit. Why are you eating those cookies? If you don't want to eat those cookies, why don't you stop eating those cookies? I didn't even notice. You know, it's interesting when as I think of those things, how we do so many things automatically, but we're instilling these little in-depth emotions that will create who we are presently. And I ask that question, who are you? Who are you? You know the answer I share. The answer I share is everything from the moment you were born till now collectively is who you are. Yes. And I think that's a powerful place to be. That means you have a lot of good shots, a lot of bad shots, a lot of good shots. Then pull out all of the good emotions, even if they don't exist anymore. Oh my God, I miss my mom, I miss my grandma. But they still exist emotionally, don't they? They never go away. Forever and ever and ever, my mother is going to be with me. My grandmother's going to be there telling me, eat, manja, on. And so I'm going to say to you, all those little in-depth emotions of Gail's words are saying, this is who you are. Yeah. Can you change them? Sure can. It's called awareness. You create some awareness. You know, I seldom go to sleep without meditating. And I seldom wake up in the morning without meditating. It's just my skill. However, I think that meditation keeps my stress level so low that I could shove away the in-depth emotions of the past journey that are no good for me anymore. No good. Like, Larry, you're stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Yep, I remember that 8th grade teacher scribbling all over my paper, on my math paper, and the kid next to me and I were talking, and she scribbled, and we went to high school. And I can always remember when I went to high school, and the high school math person or counselor, he said, "Oh, I see you're not very smart in math. We're going to have to put you in essential math." And I share with you, I am smart with math. Excuse me. I have great awareness of math. I could calculate. You know why? Because I could see it in my mind. So if I see numbers in my mind, I know the grand total in my mind. Can you see prosperity? Can you see health? Can you see well-being? Can you see loving the moment? Don't complain about the moment. Don't tell me it's raining or it's hot or it's cold. Make up your mind. You know, wintertime in Chicago, they say, "Oh, it's so cold." Summertime, "Oh, it's so hot." "Oh, it's raining, I'm going to get wet." Are you ever satisfied? Can't you just be in the moment and say, my emotional depth is granted by our very many in-depth emotional journeys of life? Now you know who you are. I ran over. I did 6 minutes and 29 seconds. I'm going to say to you, I love you. I'm sorry for taking so long. Maybe we're going to turn these 5-minute things into 10 because I've got so much to say. I see you soon. I love you. Bye.